Look at that little bunch right there. Boy, I'm well pleased with that bunch. I wanted to say well done. The church down the road ain't going to count for me, generally. The church down the road ain't going to count for you. It's going to be what you do for God. What you step out and do for God. Who's little David? He's going to step out even though he wasn't nothing much to the world out there and looked awful rude. Smile, beautiful, he said. Pretty boy. What they called him. That's what they called him. And the big old time people would call him pretty boy. Well, that little pretty boy can't do nothing. Look how tiny he is. Oh, but they're going to find out later on. They're going to find out that little pretty boy ain't by himself. He ain't by himself tonight. You ain't by yourself. You got Jesus with you. Well, I'm going to go on. And he went out and he would smote him and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose again against me, he said, I caught him by the beard and smote him and slew him. Thy servants slew both. He slew both of them. He didn't let one get down with it. He got both of them. He slew both of them. I slew both the lion and the bear. And the uncircumcised, this Philistine ain't going to be no more. Ain't going to be no more. Ain't going to be no more. Just like a headache to God. I slew that lion and that lion, and that Philistine ain't going to be nothing to me. Because David knew exactly where he was coming from.
Yes, thank you, God.
He said, that lion and the bear, well, that uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them. He's going to come down just that small. He's going to come down where God can get him. He's going to be brought down by where God wants him at. He said, the bear and David, back up, shall be as one of them. See, they have to fight. See, they're going to, they've come up against Israel. But here's what I like right here. I read all this, and I like the parts where he recognizes God. And he said, seeing he hath defied the armies of the dead God? No, he's defied the armies of the living God. The living God tonight, he's alive and well. I'm telling you right now. I don't care what the Goliath come up against you, he's alive and well. David said, moreover, the Lord. David ain't going to brag on himself now, he's going to brag on God right here. Now, sissy, you won't get healed unless I pray for you.
No, what's wrong?
You ain't going to get healed unless I pray for you. That ain't going to work. You better get God the glory or I ain't going to get nowhere. God's going to take all the glory. He ain't going to take none. That's what David said. And David said, moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the power, the Lord that delivered me out of depression, the Lord that delivered me out of whatever he delivered you out of, the Lord that delivered me out of it, the Lord that delivered you out of it, he's the only one who can take me out of it. The Lord can deliver you out of it. You're going to find out who Lord I serve tonight. The Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear, he will. They didn't say he might. He will, he said. He will. He will. If you've got experience, you know he will. He will. He'll bring you out on him. He will. It ain't no he might. He will. This is what he said. He will deliver me. He's going to deliver me. You hear me? He's going to deliver me out of the hands of the Philistine. And Saul said unto David, Saul didn't know what to think. Go, and the Lord go with you. That's all I can tell you, David. Go, and the Lord go with you. David didn't need that. He didn't need Saul to tell him that. He knew God was with him already. He done went through that iron and that bear, and he knew that he'd been anointed by Samuel, and he knew he was the anointed one. He was anointed champion, I think. David was a champion in God's army. That's what I want to be tonight. A champion in God's army. I want to say, God, take me out on the front line. Out there where the battle's in war. Out there where it's hot at God. Don't let it, get back here and hide behind this little bunch. Hide behind this little bunch. Take me out front, God. That's where you want me at. Take me out there. Now I know you won't leave me out there, Lord. Because I serve a God that will not leave me. He said he'd never leave me. He'd go with me all the way. He ain't going to take me out there and forsake me.
Praise God.
Go with me. Lord be with me. You see, the world's getting ready to try to give David something. To weigh you down. That's why I see this next verse right here. The world will try to weigh you down, stop you from doing anything for God. He'll put everything he can on your shoulders and see if he can't bear you down or stop you right where you're at so you won't work for God. The world will do that. Your family will do that sometimes. Your children, your sisters, your brothers, your father, your mother, sometimes will do you that way. But you got to be bigger than that. You got to stand up to them and stand up strong. You saw armed David with his armor. Well, David had never proved that. He never had this on. I can't wear this old big thing. Put this on this little old Rudy boy. What am I going to do with it? Well, I stumbled out there and get killed. David had never tried this armor, you see. David wasn't going to take it. David knew who was walking with him. He knew he didn't need stuff. You see, you got to know. Beyond the shadow of a doubt, who's walking with you. Don't go against Satan if you don't know who's walking with you. Don't go into battle because you're not fighting against flesh and blood.
That's right.
Principalities and powers are real tonight. They're real tonight. As real as Jesus is. Satan is real. And he's about his business. I'm telling you what, he works harder than the children of God do. Satan does to get people. He works harder than we do to get his people. To keep his people. Satan does. His job, pull him out. He don't care what he has to do. What he makes pretty, he'll make it pretty for you. He'll make it pretty for you, Ronnie.
Bless the Lord.
But he said, and he put the helmet, the brass upon his head also, and he armed him with the coat of mail. And David girded his sword upon his armor, and he essayed to go. He said, for he had not, so he didn't want to go. David noticed he had never tried this. He had not proved it. And David said to Saul, I cannot go with these, for I have not proved them. And David put them off of him. You see, David was already armed with all he needed. I believe within his heart he knew what he's armed with. You see, a lot of people don't know what I learned when I studied this. David came from a line of champions that slung the sling. That slingshot. I went back and looked, he's from the Benjamin tribe. And the Benjamins, they was within a hair breadth of a rock when they slung it. See, David wasn't going out there. He just didn't pick that slingshot up one day and say, I'm going to kill the Goliath. He knew what he had. And David knew everything that he hit at, he was going to hit it. He wasn't going to miss. But you see, that rock wouldn't brought Goliath down. I don't believe it would. By itself. By itself, I don't believe you could brought Goliath down with that rock. It took more than that rock. They had to be power behind that rock. There's power behind that rock. There's power behind you and I. If we stand for a God that we know we stand for, there's going to be power behind us. When there's power behind us, Satan's kind of out. When there's power behind you, you've got nothing to do but go over. At the name of Jesus, he's got to believe. He knows the power in that name, and he knows it. And David said, and he took his staff in his hand, and he chose him 5 smooth stones. Now, David knew it. He was good with that sling. I believe he knew it all his mind. He knew how good he was. He knew what to choose. He chose 5 smooth stones. And I read up on that, and they had to get the smooth stones from the sail straight. When they took that slingshot, them stones had to be smooth or they'd go every which way going through the air. See, I didn't know this, that David was from a champion line of people that had slingshots, till I looked it up. But he knew what he had. I don't think he even cared about that stone or that thing that he picked up. I don't believe he even worried one bit, because we'll find out David ain't going to run. David ain't going to run. He's got something behind him that he's not going to run in no way. And he took his staff in his hand and chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook and put them in the shepherd's bag, which he had even in his scrip. And his sling was in his hands, and he drew near to the Philistine. And the Philistine came on and drew near to David. And the man that, you see, Goliath thought, when he saw David, he just liked that.
Yeah, he did.
Wow, look at that. It's like they coming up against, Goliath is 9 foot, 9 inches, according to my book, my Bible. That's just like this little girl right here, coming up, one of these big strong men coming up against Goliath. Can you imagine Goliath looking at that little David? It's like the world's like you and I.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine that Goliath laughing at? Well, look at that little thing. He can't do nothing. Look here, he's even carrying a rock. Well, he ain't got a shield, he ain't got a sword, he ain't got nothing but a rock in his hand. Well, look at that. You know what? That's what he's going to tell y'all down in here. He's going to belittle him. Well, just belittle that Goliath off. Why, you bring something like that out against me? So the world's just like that. This little old fat woman up behind this pulpit, you bring it out against me? Yeah, but you don't understand what this little fat woman's carrying in her heart. The world don't see that, see? They didn't see what David had within his heart. At the name of Jesus, Satan, you got to get out of my way. At the name of Jesus, you got to get behind me. It ain't what I look like. Because what I look like, where I want to know what I look like. I'm back. I'm back. And the Philistine came out and drew to David, and the man that bearing the shield went before him. See, the man that bearing the shield went before Goliath. And when the Philistine looked about, he saw David. He disdained him. You know what that word means? He belittled. Why you belittle me like that? Bring him out here. Look at him. Look at him. He said he was but a youth. Rudy, just bright-eyed, beautiful. He's that pretty little boy. That pretty boy gonna go up against this big giant with all these muscles. And I'd say his Goliath sword or his thing that he carried was like a weaver beam to David. Wow, look at yonder. Look at yonder. You mean why you just gonna set that out here against me? Look at that. You know, look at me. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna destroy that little boy. I'm gonna destroy that little boy. I'm gonna destroy that little church. Not so. Not so. Satan can't destroy us, dear lady. Not so. We might be little, but the Satan can't destroy us. We might be little in numbers, but we're big in God. That's what counts. We might be little in numbers, but we're big in God. That's all it's going to count that day. Why, bring that out here against me, that little thing. Look at him, how fair he is. Why, he probably ain't seen much, nothing. Now, wait a minute. He ain't seen no war. Well, I've been in all my life. Goliath probably said, well, I've been doing this all my life, and you're y'all bring this little thing up here. Pretty boy, he can't do nothing. Can you imagine what he's saying? I'm just paraphrasing a little bit. He got this in here. I like to write and tell him, I look at that little thing come up here against me. You think, well, my staff's bigger than he is. My shield, my sword's bigger than that. Well, I'm going to squash him like a bug. Oh, but he's going to find out different, ain't he? He's going to find out what kind of bug David's carrying. I praise him tonight. And the staff and his spear was like a weaver beam. Can you imagine how big that is? Well, that beam fell on David, killed him. That beam fell on him and killed him. Weaver beam, and his spear head was 600 shekels of iron. Can you imagine 600 shekels of iron? Well, that killed David just falling on him, wasn't it? It was just, Goliath was just, well, y'all be little bit like that and bring him out here against me. Listen what he said. And the one bearing the shield went before him, wait, I'm wrong place. And he stood in
43.
number 7, is that where I'm at? Yeah. He weighed 600 shekels of iron, and one bearing a shield went before him, and he stood crying unto the army of Israel, said unto them, why are you come out to set you a battle in array? Am not I a Philistine, and your servant to Saul? Choose you. Have I skipped?
Yeah, went back somewhere.
My Bible's flipped, ain't it?
Go back to verse 43.
Yeah, my Bible flipped. It's about David anyway.
43.
Yeah, 43.
Bless the Lord.
It's all right. You see, I don't care about starting over. I don't care about going back. If I mess up, I go right back to me. Why, God just people. That's right. God just people. I got to please God. Anyway, he said that. And when David looked about and saw, when Philistine looked about and saw David, he dismayed him, for he was but a young youth and ruddy, and of fair countenance. And the Philistine said to David, am I a dog, that thou comest to me? Am I a dog? You think you're going to beat me? I ain't no dog. Look at me. Look what I look like. You see you come out here against me? Why, I'm going to beat you. You know I'm going to beat you. Look how tiny you are to me. Well, I can squash you with this foot. Oh, but you're going to find out. You're going to find out here in a minute.
Amen. Come on.
That thou comest to me with staves. And the Philistine cursed David by his gods.
Amen.
Cursed David by his gods. See, his gods ain't no gods. Philistine didn't have no gods. They didn't have nothing but gods, and they couldn't do nothing with them. They didn't have a lot of gods like David had. They're going to find out that their God ain't going to be no good God. They're going to find out that their God ain't got no power in it right now.
Amen.
And the Philistine said, David, come to me. He said, I'm going to feed your flesh today to the fire. I'm going to feed your flesh to the fire, to the fowls of the air. That's what he said. And the Philistine said to David, come to me, and I will give thy flesh unto the fowl of the air, and to the beasts of the field. Then David said to the Philistine, thou comest to me with a sword. You bring that old big sword out here. Come on out here, man. Come on out here. I'm going to show you what the pretty boy's going to do. You bring it on out here. See, David ain't scared of him right here. David ain't backing up very big. He's telling him, bring it on. Bring it on. That's what I want. That's going to take you down. Take you down. Glory to God. Bring it on, he said. Come to me with the shield. Come to me with the sword and with the spear. With the shield. Believe it or not, it's right here. Oh, I praise you, God. But I come to thee